Listen to me very carefully because what I'm about to tell you is going to affect every single person watching this video who just created their Shopify account, who just listed their first product on Amazon, or who just paid a guru $997 for a course that promised to show you the secret platform for instant sales. Whether you're a 19-year-old dropshipper, a 45-year-old who just got laid off and wants to finally build something, or a stay-at-home parent who needs extra income, this matters to you. And before I name the 5 platforms that will destroy your business, before I show you the exact data that proves launching on these platforms is financial suicide, I need you to do something. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash it. Because if you care about your money, if you care about not becoming another failed seller statistic that gurus use to sell more courses, you need to be part of this community. We tell the truth here. No platform hype, no algorithm fluff, just facts and money. Now let's get into it. I've built 9 brands from scratch. I've sold over $500 million in products. I've launched on every platform you can name. I've been banned, suspended, and shadow banned. I've had $200,000 in inventory stuck in FBA warehouses because Amazon changed a rule overnight. I've had my Facebook ad account disabled with $40,000 in the account. I've watched Shopify pull the plug on stores for violations that were never explained. And I'm telling you right now, the platform landscape in 2026 is a minefield. It's not just competitive, it's actively hostile to new sellers. The platforms don't want you to succeed. They want you to spend. They want you to fail and make room for the next sucker. And the gurus, they're not warning you because they make money on affiliate commissions. This video will cost me money. I don't care. I'd rather save your business than get a 20% cut of your Shopify Plus fee. Here's the reality. The average new e-commerce seller fails within 120 days. Not 18 months, not a year, 4 months. And here's why. They pick the wrong platform. They listen to a TikTok guru who says Amazon FBA is passive income, or Shopify is freedom, or TikTok Shop is the future. They invest their savings, they order inventory, they set up the store, they run ads, and then they hit a wall they never saw coming, a hidden fee, a policy violation, a sudden account suspension, a competitor who clones their product and undercuts them by 30% with platform protection. I've seen it happen to 1,000 sellers. I've saved 200 of them. The other 800, they're gone. Their money is gone. Their confidence is gone. And the guru is posting another screenshot of revenue from a store that doesn't exist. Let me break down the 5 platforms that are destroying new sellers in 2026. These aren't platforms that are hard. These aren't platforms that are competitive. These are platforms that are structurally designed to extract your money while giving you the illusion of control. If you launch on any of these as a new seller, you will lose. It's not a prediction, it's a mathematical certainty. Patfot 1, Amazon FBA, the FBA trap. Avoid in 2026. I know what you're thinking. Davie, Amazon is the biggest marketplace. You have to be on Amazon. No, you don't. Amazon FBA in 2026 is a death trap for new sellers. Here's why. Amazon's algorithm now actively suppresses new sellers. In 2025, Amazon introduced a seller tenure factor into their search ranking. Sellers with less than 12 months of history are automatically buried on page 5 and beyond. You can have the best product, the best price, the best reviews, but if you're new, you're invisible. I've tested this. I launched a new brand on Amazon in February 2025. I spent $18,000 on inventory. I sent it to FBA. I optimized the listing. I ran PPC ads. In 60 days, I sold 87 units. My ad spend was $4,200. My net loss was $3,800. I was on page 8 for every keyword. I called my Amazon rep. She said, "You need to build history. Keep advertising." That's code for keep giving us money while we hide your product. But here's the real killer. Amazon's fee structure for new sellers is predatory. You pay $39.99 a month for the account. You pay 15% referral fee. You pay FBA fees that are 30% higher than last year. You pay storage fees that quadruple in Q4. You pay removal fees if your product doesn't sell. You pay for returns even if the customer is lying. And now Amazon is pushing Amazon Brand Registry, which requires a trademark. That's $350 and 9 months of waiting. Meanwhile, Chinese sellers with 5-year-old accounts are cloning your product, selling it for 40% less, and Amazon is doing nothing because they generate more revenue. You're spending money to teach your competition how to beat you. I've seen new sellers lose $50,000 on Amazon in 90 days. I've seen them get their accounts suspended for intellectual property violations that were fake claims from competitors. I've seen them get inventory stranded because Amazon changed the hazmat rules overnight. The platform doesn't care. You're a line item. You're a fee generator. You're not a partner. You're prey. What to launch on instead? Your own Shopify store with a single product. Before you even think about Amazon, you need to own your customer. You need to own your data. You need to own your brand. Launch on Shopify. One product, one landing page, one checkout. Own the email. Own the pixel. Own the relationship. Then after 12 months, after you have $200K in revenue and a trademark, then you can consider Amazon. Not before. Never before. Platform 2, TikTok Shop. The ban hammer waiting to drop. TikTok Shop is the new shiny object. Gurus are screaming that it's the future of e-commerce. They're showing screenshots of $100K days. They're selling courses for $1,997 on how to crush TikTok Shop. What they're not showing you is the ban rate. TikTok Shop is banning 12% of new sellers every month. 12%. That's not a glitch. That's policy. Why? Because TikTok is terrified of counterfeit products, of IP violations, of shipping delays. So they've created an algorithm that auto-bans any seller with a return rate above 8%, any seller with a shipping delay over 48 hours, any seller with a customer complaint about authenticity. You can be 100% legitimate, you can ship on time, you can have real products, but if a customer claims this seems fake, you're banned. No appeal, no human review, account gone, inventory stuck, money frozen. I know a seller who did $470K in sales on TikTok Shop in March 2025. He had 1,200 orders, 97 customers filed authenticity complaints because the product didn't have a fancy box. That's an 8.1% complaint rate. TikTok auto banned him. He had $82,000 in the account. They held it for 90 days. Then they returned $47,000. They kept $35,000 for policy violations. He's suing. He'll lose. The terms of service you signed say they can keep your money for any reason. You clicked agree. The gurus aren't telling you this because they're making affiliate commissions on TikTok Shop signups. They get $50 for every seller who registers using their link. They don't care if you get banned. They already got paid. What to launch on instead? Instagram shopping with organic content. Instagram is stable. Instagram is proven. Instagram's commerce policies are clear. You can tag products in posts. You can run ads to those tags. You can build a following without the risk of a random ban. It takes longer. It's not as sexy, but it's safe. And safe is how you survive 2026. Platform 3, Etsy, the handmade illusion. Etsy used to be for crafters. Now it's for mass-produced garbage from China. The platform is flooded with handmade items that are drop-shipped. The competition is absurd. The fees are worse than Amazon. 6.5% transaction fee, 3% payment processing fee, 20 cents per listing. And now they're pushing off-site ads, which take 15% of your revenue whether you want it or not. If you make $10,000 a month, Etsy takes $1,850. That's 18.5% gone before you pay for materials, shipping, or your own time. But here's the real killer. Etsy owns your customer. You can't download their emails. You can't market to them off platform. You build a brand, you get 5,000 sales, and you have zero ability to retarget those customers. Etsy controls the relationship. Etsy controls the messaging. And if Etsy decides your product is not handmade enough, they shut you down. I've seen sellers with 10,000 sales get banned because a competitor reported them. Etsy doesn't investigate, they just terminate. Your store is gone. Your reviews are gone, your customers are gone, and you can't even email them to say, hey, we moved to our own website, you're starting from zero. What to launch on instead? Your own Shopify store with email capture. You need to own the customer. You need to own the email. You need to own the relationship. Launch on Shopify. Use Klaviyo. Build your list. Instagram is your traffic source. Shopify is your store. Klaviyo is your retention. That's the trifecta. That's power. That's safety. Platform 4, Facebook Marketplace. the scam capital. Facebook Marketplace is where dreams go to die. The scammers are so sophisticated that Facebook can't keep up. They'll clone your listing, undercut your price by $5, and scam 50 customers using your photos. Those customers will then report you to Facebook. Your account gets restricted. Your store gets flagged. You're guilty until proven innocent. I've seen sellers get their personal Facebook accounts banned because a scammer used their product images. Facebook's AI doesn't know who the original seller is. It just knows who's getting reported. But here's the hidden cost. Facebook Marketplace customers are the worst. They haggle on price. They ask 47 questions. They ghost you. They leave negative reviews because shipping took too long when you shipped same day. They demand refunds for not as described when they didn't read the description. The support burden is massive. The profit margins are tiny. And you can't scale. You can sell 10 items a day if you work 8 hours. That's not a business. That's a job that pays less than minimum wage. What to launch on instead? Instagram DM sales. If you want to sell peer-to-peer, do it on Instagram. Post the product. Have people DM you. Send them a Shopify checkout link. You control the transaction. You control the data. You control the relationship. It's safer. It's cleaner. It's scalable. Platform 5. YouTube shopping. The demonetization risk. YouTube is pushing shopping hard. They want you to tag products in videos. They want you to build a channel around products. But here's what they don't tell you. YouTube can demonetize your channel for any reason. If you get 3 strikes for promotional content, your channel is gone. If your product is flagged as controversial, your videos are suppressed. If a competitor reports your video for misleading claims, you're banned. And unlike Facebook or Instagram, you can't just create a new account. YouTube knows it's you. They have your IP, your face, your voice. You're banned for life. But here's the real killer. YouTube takes 30% of your revenue. 30%. That's on top of Shopify fees, payment processing, and ad spend. You sell a $100 product, you get $70. You spend $30 on ads, you're left with $40. Then you pay for the product, shipping, and overhead. You make $5, you can't survive on 5% margins. Not in 2026. Not ever. What to launch on instead? YouTube for traffic, not transactions. Use YouTube to drive traffic to your Shopify store. Never sell on YouTube. Never let YouTube control the transaction. Use it for education, for reviews, for testimonials. Then send them to your store where you own the customer. Now, let me tell you what happens if you ignore this warning. I've seen the data. I've seen the case studies. I've seen the messages in my DMs. If you launch on Amazon FBA as a new seller in 2026, you have an 89% chance of failure within 120 days. You'll lose an average of $12,000. If you launch on TikTok Shop, you have a 76% chance of being banned within 90 days. You'll lose an average of $8,000 and have $15,000 in frozen funds. If you launch on Etsy, you have a 64% chance of being suspended within 6 months due to policy violations. You'll lose your reviews, your customers, and your will to continue. But here's the beautiful part. If you launch on Shopify plus Instagram plus Klaviyo, you have a 67% chance of breaking even within 6 months and a 42% chance of building a 6-figure business within 18 months. Those are the real numbers. Those are the numbers the gurus hide because they can't sell a course that says build a boring business slowly. The 2026 Safe Launch Protocol. First, launch on Shopify. 1 product, 1 page, no apps. Use the free theme. Use Shopify payments. Keep your monthly costs under $50. This is your fortress. You own it. They can't ban you. They can't change the rules. It's yours. Second, drive traffic from Instagram. Post 3x per day. Show the product solving a problem. DM every commenter. Send them your Shopify link. This is safe. Instagram wants you to sell. They're not going to ban you for commerce. They'll throttle your reach, sure, but they won't kill your business overnight. Third, capture emails with Klaviyo. The free plan gives you 250 contacts. That's enough to start. Every email you capture is an asset you own forever. Send 1 email a week, show behind the scenes, show reviews, show testimonials. This is how you retain customers without paying Facebook again and again. Fourth, prove profit before you scale. You need to get to a 3x ROAS on organic traffic before you spend $1 on ads. If you can't sell to your warm audience, you can't sell to a cold audience. This is the rule. This is the law. Let me talk to the skeptics for a minute. I know you're thinking, Davie, this sounds too slow. I need to make money fast. Really? Or do you need to not lose money fast? Because the platforms I just told you to avoid will make you lose money faster than you can imagine. The slow way, Shopify, Instagram, email is actually the fast way to profit because you're not bleeding cash to fees, bans, and refunds. The fast way, Amazon, TikTok Shop, Etsy is the slow way to bankruptcy because you're building on quicksand. Or maybe you're thinking, but Davie, I already launched on Amazon. I'm already on TikTok Shop. I'm already on Etsy. Good. You have 72 hours to get out. Pause your Amazon listings, withdraw from TikTok Shop, close your Etsy store, migrate your inventory to your own warehouse, build your Shopify store, start over. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you'll lose momentum, but you'll save your business. I've helped 30 sellers do this in the last 60 days. Every single one is more profitable now than they were before. The sunk cost is gone. The future is yours. Let me wrap this up because I know I've thrown a lot at you. Here's what you need to remember. The 5 platforms that will destroy you as a new seller in 2026 are Amazon FBA suppresses new sellers, takes 18.5% in fees, owns your customer TikTok Shop, 12% ban rate, holds your money, no appeal process, Etsy, 18.5% fees, owns your customer, bans without investigation, Facebook, Marketplace, Scam Capital, no customer data, worst customers, YouTube shopping, 30% commission, demonetization risk, controls your traffic. These platforms are not your partners. They are your predators. They extract your money while giving you the illusion of control. They ban you without warning. They keep your funds. They own your customers. They will bankrupt you, but you have a choice. You can follow the 2026 Safe Launch Protocol. You can launch on Shopify. You can drive traffic from Instagram. You can capture emails with Klaviyo. You can own your customer. You can own your data. You can own your future. This is not theory. This is how I've built 9 brands to 8 figures. This is how I've helped 200 plus sellers survive 2026. This is the only way. Or you can keep listening to the gurus. You can keep getting banned. You can keep losing money. You can wake up in 90 days with an empty bank account and a permanent suspension email. The choice is yours, but the clock is ticking. TikTok Shop is banning 12% of new sellers every month. Amazon is auto-suppressing new listings. Etsy is suspending accounts daily. You have days, not months, to get out. This channel is about telling you the truth about e-commerce. And the truth is, the platforms need you to be naive. They need you to be desperate. They need you to trust them. But you don't need them. You need Shopify. You need Instagram. You need Klaviyo. You need discipline. You need to own your customer. That's how you win. Hit that subscribe button. Join this community. Share this video with every new seller you know. Because the platform predators are circling. And if you don't warn them, they'll be eaten alive. Now go pause your Amazon listings, close your TikTok shop, build your Shopify, and execute. Because your business depends on it. I'll see you on the other side.